No. Greetings, everyone. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that you are here. Today, we are trying to get Yawgmoth's doctor credentials revoked. Yawgmoth's Malpractice is what we're calling this deck. Yawgmoth Thran Physician. 4 mana, 2/4. Protection from humans. Doesn't come up often, but occasionally. Pay a life, sacrifice another creature, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature, and draw a card. Pay 2 mana, discard a card, proliferate. Okay. This reads a lot of abilities, and they all seem like, oh, that's pretty good. You probably want to do some of that. Yes, let me tell you, this card is insane once it starts going off. Getting it set up? Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can manage that. What specifically are we talking about? Well, we are a 3-card combo with a whole bunch of different cards. Yawgmoth allows us to sacrifice a creature without ever having to pay mana. We do have to pay life, but without ever having to pay mana. So, if we get Blood Artists or Bastion of Remembrances and things down, we can sacrifice to drain, which means we pay a life, but then gain a life and they lose a life. So our life total ends up staying the same with just 1, but they lose a life, right? So that's kind of nice. What do we want to do then? We want to have a bunch of creatures to sacrifice. Well, Jadar. Beginning or end step, you control no creatures with Decayed. You get a 2/2 with Decayed. So every single turn, it creates a new dude for us to sacrifice. All right, that sounds good. Dreadhorde Invasion. At the beginning of your upkeep, lose a life and amass 1, which will create a zombie token, if there isn't already one out there, a zombie army. And if there is one out, it just keeps putting +1/+1 counters on it, right? Then Chitterspitter. You can pay green, tap it, create a 1/1 squirrel. And then you can also sacrifice squirrels and grow your squirrels up. So it is a win condition kind of on its own as well. But, you know, lots of different ways of getting things out there to sacrifice. So naturally, we're sacrificing and draining stuff. We have that a little bit of that draining package with Bastion of Remembrance, Blood Artists. So if you're killing off their stuff, or if people are killing off our stuff, they're paying a price to do it, right? But I did say a combo piece, right? Notably, with Yawgmoth, pay a life, sacrifice a creature, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature, draw a card. Nest of Scarabs. Whenever you put a -1/-1 counter on a creature, that create that many 1/1 black insect creature tokens. So, if we have a Yawgmoth and a Bastion of Remembrance or a Blood Artist, either one of these work, and then we get down a Nest of Scarabs, we just keep putting -1/-1 counters all over. We sweep their entire board and we kill them immediately on the spot. They're just simply dead, right? The catch is, it's not just Nest of Scarabs. Hapatra. Whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are, or whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, create a 1/1 snake creature token with Death Touch, right? So this one says put that many 1/1s out. So if we were putting like 10 -1/-1 counters on a creature, then we could get 10 Nest of Scarabs tokens. This one is just 1 or more, so it only ever puts out 1 at a time. But each of these is an instance on its own. So if we have either Nest of Scarabs or Hapatra, the combo also works, right? So our combo pieces are Hapatra or Nest of Scarabs, Blood Artist or Bastion of Remembrance. The only key that doesn't really have a backup is Yawgmoth. We must have Yawgmoth for us to have the combo. Is that our only path to victory? No, we have a backup win condition in Parallel Lives. So when Parallel Lives is doing things, you know, we put out double the Chitterspitter tokens. We put out double the Jadar tokens. We put out double the Amass tokens, which doesn't sound very exciting since only one of them would get counters. But if we have Blood Artists and stuff out, the creature dies. So, you know, we get those draining triggers and things like that, right? So we have different ways of winning. Then we also have an Obelisk Spider just to help trigger, again, for backups on our Nest of Scarabs, Hapatra stuff. Whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, put a -1/-1 counter on that creature. Whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, each opponent loses a life. You gain a life. So another way of gaining a bunch of life and killing our opponent, right? So then just some lands. You'll note we are only on 23, but, you know, 23 is kind of a lot when we only need to get to 4 mana. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. And let's see if we can get into some games. All right, folks, here we are up against Cubbo Master. Good luck, Cubbo Master. And yeah, I think we're going to hang on to this. We'll see how it works out, but, you know, give it a go. Sarah Ascendant. Oh, crud, folks. Well, that's terrifying. Right on turn 1. Well, that's okay. I mean, or hopefully it's going to be okay. We'll get a Hapatra down next turn, and our entire life will be fixed. I'm confident. One goes with Telarasara. Trelasara. Moondancer does a little scrying. Goes bottom with the scry. Hapatra. Vizier of Poisons. Come on down, folks. Pretty strong card. Pretty strong card, but very conditional. Right? There's a whole bunch of ways this just doesn't do much, you know? No blocks. Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and attack. If our opponent doesn't block here, we get to kill off, yeah, one of their creatures. I was going to say, they very well may just double block, which isn't particularly great for us, you know? But, yeah. Let's just get down a Bastion of Remembrance, I suppose. We could have done that pre-combat, it's true, but depending on whether or not they block changes everything about what we do on that turn. So I don't regret this at all. We are intending just to kick the can down the road, block the Trelasara with the 1/1. And gain a life, have them lose a life. Get down Woodland Cemetery. At this juncture, yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead, pop down a Chitterspitter, start getting some creatures onto the battlefield. The question is, what else do they do here? No! Abiding Grace. That is very bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're going to take it then. Yep. Sure. Sarah Ascendant. Well, we're going to make a Chitterspitter Squirrel token. No. I don't think so. Hey, we did get a land, though. That is very, very good. All right, so Yawgmoth. And no attacks. Hang on. Kind of for dear life, honestly, but, you know. We aren't dead yet, so let's not pretend to be. Daxos comes down. Combat. Opponent gets in with the team. Alright, so this is inconvenient. Let's make a dude. Pass. Block. Block. Target this creature. Alright. Opponent going to gain some life there. Get some counters, sure. And going to sacrifice this one as well. Draw another card. Yes. Okay. Yeah, opponent gets back their Sarah Ascendant, almost certainly. Does. Gains a life, sure. Yep. Counters, counters. I wouldn't say we're in good shape, folks, but we're doing things. You know, we're doing things. Got a land. That is very good. Alright, so... yeah, this... I think we're gonna Nest of Scarabs, Blood Artist. And... hang on. No attacks. End the turn. Alright. See what happens here, folks. Our opponent's board getting very, very, very large. Nest of Scarabs, big help, though. Okay, Cleric class is really stinking annoying. No! That is also really stinking annoying. Alright, yeah, this... Sarah Ascendant's gonna make it to the air here before long, and... yep. That's going to do it. When it does. Sure. Yep. Yep. Okay. Combat. Opponent gets in. Sure. We block. Block. Yeah, darn it, folks. Yeah, this all stinks. All of it. Yeah. So, I mean... I guess. For now. Down to 6. Heliod. Puts counters. On places. Not sure where. Cubbo Master, not sure where either. Apparently on Sarah Ascendant. Yeah. And Trellisar gets to Scry, goes bottom. Biding Grace returns a creature. Going to be the Leona Vanguard, sure. Alright. Let's sacrifice that one. Drain, drain. But folks, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Drain. Drain. Yeah. Folks. The opponent's nonsense having to match up against our nonsense here, you know? And drains. Drains. Alright. Yep. Opponent going to get to scry basically as much as they want. But it shouldn't matter, folks, because we've kind of got them right where we want them. Maybe we should have been killing off the Daxos, I guess, just to prevent all that life gain. But it's alright. We're actually going to take our turn now. Decline. Just so that we can more easily handle this stuff. So, Blood Artist. Fatal Push. Yeah. Life, life. Sure, combat. Get in. And now... yep. We got him, folks. Our opponent probably a little tilted about this. Because, Yawgmoth can feel just a little broken. When you pair it with Nest of Scarabs, though, it's the real deal, let me tell you. Alright. Hey, you know what? Let's just do this, make it even quicker. Alright. Opponent. A little tilted. I'm confident. But, needless to say, folks, it was a pleasure playing against our opponent. GG. All right, folks, here we are. 2-lander on the play. Do I dare keep it? What the heck? Only live once. We have some early interactions, so hopefully we can do that. Draw land. And then, you know, use the Field of Ruin to hopefully fix whatever color. Oh, no. Come on. All right. Well, this all stinks. All right, we're going to take the 2 for 1. We do need land. Our opponent has their 3 lands. We, unfortunately, do not. What does the opponent do here? Do they shock in the Blood Crypt just to be able to Kroxa? Or do they just like, well, our opponent's doing nothing, let's hold on here? You know, I'm not sure. Let's see. All right, they go with Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and discard one of our Yawgmoth. It is a key card here, but there's no guarantee we get there for a while. All right. I don't think we want a Field of Ruin because we want to be able to draw lands. Yes. Okay, well, we're actually going to start with Field of Ruin, or I mean Parallel Lives, because it's not... subject to creature removal. And okay, all right, well, come on down. And it is very, very good with, you know, a whole bunch of our different synergy pieces. So it's possible that was wrong. Hey, well, let's just keep doing the same things over and over. How about that? Cheville in my Cheville. Yeah. All right, let's get it for 2. We do not want to give our opponent green mana. They have it now. But inconvenient. Jadar. Don't mind if I do. Opponent. Thinking about it. All right, let's get in. All right, there we go. Jadar, Ghoulcaller of Nephalia. Come on down. Yep. Make a 2/2, which are 2 2/2s, as it were. Because, of course, Parallel Lives. All right. Well, I mean, folks, if they're doing nothing, we're just going to attack, right? Hey, we got our combo piece. That is very, very good. We don't have a way of draining the opponent's life yet. So, no Bastion of Remembrance, no Blood Artist. Pull against command. Darn it. Well, that's inconvenient. Alright. Alright. Oh, darn it. Oh, that's inconvenient. I don't know what was making me believe that I could still draw the card by targeting the same dude, but it's fine. Well, you know, you live, you learn. Alright. Decayed, decayed. Yeah. Opponent down to 8. So here I am punting the game away, but, you know. Still winning it. Because our opponent's deck's a little greedy. This is one of those times, folks, where I can't blame our opponent for being tilted at their deck. You know, like, what the heck, man? I've got, you know, 4 mana, but I can't cast my spells. Well, okay, but you've also got to know, like, you have very, very cost-heavy things. Black, black, red, red. Black, green, black, red, black, red. Then red, 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 green, 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 green. Like, it's one thing to have a 3-color deck, and when you have, like, green and 2 colorless, or red and 2 colorless or something. When you have 3 colors and everything are these double colors, you know, like, that's a tall ask from your deck. And so it's true. I got to learn a lesson, folks. Don't try that at home. Because for some reason, see, I was thinking it would pay 1 life, sacrifice a creature, then you get to draw the card. It would put the ability on the stack, but it doesn't put the ability on the stack if there's no target, I guess. So either way, that doesn't work. So, you know, GG, opponent, GG. Yeah, I guess we're going to keep it. Opponent bolts in for Delver of Secrets. Well, let's set the upkeep stop. Well, they could, I guess, folks, this could just be mono blue tempo. If they flip, this would be untapped. They might have Spell Pierce, and then they could defend it. I was going to get a look at whatever card they revealed, but if they do have a counter spell, that could punish me. So we're not gonna do it. Inquisition of Kozilek coming down. Going to take our Bastion of Remembrance. Oh, Blood Artist. All right, you got it. Oh boy, hey, Dreadhorde Invasion, come on down. That's a good one. That's a good one. In this particular instance, right? Because I assume they have quite a bit of creature removal. That's my guess, anyway. So, the repeatable, the creature that just keeps providing more creatures is kind of good. Opponent has a sensor. Wow. All right. Inconvenient. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Sure. Gonna mill over a couple of our cards. Up to 5 cards in the bin. I mean, I'll 100% trade with Thieves Guild Enforcer, for the record. Opponent bolts in again. Oh, they must be playing like Death Shadow stuff. Okay. Sure. Combat. Well, no. Really wanted another land there. Being able to double spell would have been really good. Alright. Fine. What do you say, M. Tullius? Take it. Alright. Opponent's on 9. Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons. Come on down. Soaring Thought Thief makes it. And Thieves Guild Enforcer are going to attack here, which will put us over the threshold. Oh, no, just the Soaring Thought Thief? Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, holy crud. That is just fine. Alright. What do you do, opponent? Probably holding on to a Drown on the Lock, my best guess. Bastion of Remembrance. Do you resolve this time? Folks, being stuck on this 3 lands is just brutal. It was a Drown on the Lock. Opponent, almost certain to trade with Thieves Guild Enforcer here. Does. But, you know, we're not surprised by that. Death Shadow does come down. Luris added to hand. Sure. 2 power worth of attacker comes in. Dreadhorde Invasion grows up our creature up to a 4/4. Still can't draw land, folks. Come on. What are we on? 12 lands? Come on. This is brutal. All right. We're going to hold back another turn here. All right. Soaring Thought Thief mills us over for a couple more. And another Death Shadow. Well, that's scary. We amass. Hey, well, we've at least got the combo. We just need another black mana, folks. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe it's gone this far, but here we are. They get the fatal push off the top. Oh, frustrating. Oh, frustrating. All right, they drop to 7. We go to 4. We amass down to 3. Holy crud. Okay. Did we get there? I think we did. Alright. Sacrifice another creature. Drain. Yep. Holy cow, folks. That was just terrifying. I thought for sure we were dead there. Alright, Bastion of Remembrance. Drains. Bastion of Remembrance. Drains. And remember, folks, for those of you who are forgetting, what we're doing here is we're putting a -1/-1 counter on their creature by sacrificing one of our own creatures. Every time we put a -1/-1 counter on a creature, we create that many little 1/1s. So we just get to do this as much as we want, you know, basically. And our opponent likely a little salty about it because they did have us dead to rights, for the record. Until we finally drew that land. Admittedly, we were sitting without that land for, you know, several harrowing turns. So I can understand them being a little tilted, but I do think it was reasonable that it finally showed up, you know? And sure enough, Tullius scoops him up. Holy crud, folks. I'm not going to lie. I thought sure we were going to lose there. Oh, my goodness. This deck makes you feel alive, you know? We are living on the edge. All right. GG, opponent. GG. All right, folks. And we are back. It's, I had a good time. It was a good deck. I liked it. We got to do the combo a couple of times, including one time when, for some reason, I was thinking the life gain deck was going to out life gain our combo. Because I was thinking that their creature gained life when any of the creatures died, not just their creature, right? So, up against that mono white deck, I was like, oh no, it's not gonna work, right? Then we also ran into another spot where the Hapatra, whenever you put a -1/-1 counters, create a snake. That's different than, you know, what I thought it said. I was just, for some reason, it was in my head that anybody put -1/-1 counters. So there was a situation where there was a, whatever that stinking 1-mana red creature is, that they get to put -1/-1 counters around, you know? So, I was really perplexed about the whole you put thing. And man, I thought, man, I wonder if there's a bug or something. No, it's just because you're an idiot. You know, I figured it out, folks. I'm... It was embarrassing, all right? But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. That said, what would I change? Well, for some reason, we did have a ton of mana trouble, folks. We're at 23 lands. That's our average CMC is relatively low at 2.5. And we really struggled. So maybe, folks, what we're supposed to do is maybe cut one more, go down to 22, but then just put in some of the MDFC lands or something. Or maybe we're just supposed to go to 24 lands and forget it, you know, like maybe that's where we're supposed to be. I don't know, that really gave us a hard time. We also didn't have enough spot removal. We can just sweep their board, so we're not super worried about creatures a lot of time. But it also just didn't seem to pay off that well, right? In a situation where we didn't have Yawgmoth, we kind of struggled there. So we might do with a little more spot removal, maybe in place of the Inquisitions, perhaps, or more likely in place of the Obelisk Spiders. I was not overly impressed with these. I don't think they really did quite what we were hoping for. So maybe just 3 more pieces of removal and give it a try. I would say, though, you know, with it going off and doing crazy stuff, it was just a ton of fun. And given that there's quite a few creature decks in the current meta, I don't think it's an unreasonable choice. As far as cards you might also consider, like Chatterfang, again, as an alternate win condition, it also does synergize well with the Chitterspitter. It doesn't get the chain started on tokens, which is perplexing. Or, I mean, difficult to overcome. But then there's also Pitiless Plunderer, which, again, if we had the Chatterfang, we would probably do the Pitiless Plunderer. But just getting any of these to go off, including the Jadar, including the Dreadhorde Invasion things, whenever a creature you control dies, create a treasure token, right? So, it would be another combo piece. We could get infinite mana style stuff and everything, but I don't know, it felt superfluous, and we wanted to keep our CMC low. Because, again, we were thinking we might even do 22. We padded the extra land with just the Field of Ruin. Man, that did not pay off. Holy crud. really still struggle with mana pretty heartily there. So I don't know, but you might consider those in your own build. All in all, though, I would absolutely recommend it. It was a fun time. Had a great couple of games there, and I really look forward to doing it again. That said, thank you all for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.